Join me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Find all my social media links below in the info section of this video. It's your girl, Beautiful Brown Baby Doll. And today's video is to strictly answer some of the questions I've been getting in multiples on my Facebook fan page. So make sure if you have questions that you want inserted in my weight loss Q&As, that you send them to my Facebook fan page. The link can be found below, and send them to the message option there. I try to get to as many of them as I possibly can and address them through videos. Also, make sure you let me know whether or not you want to remain anonymous. So though I won't get through all of them today, I'm going to do this at least twice a month so that people's questions are getting addressed. I wanted to make sure I hit, again, some of those more emotional ones, some of the ones that are really not just heart-wrenching, but things that I feel that a lot of other people can relate to and are going through. One of my first questions was, Nina, I have a serious question for you. Over the past 2 years, I've been blessed to lose 100 pounds, but I'm still struggling with body image issues. I was 279 pounds at my heaviest weight, and now I weigh about 170. And it wasn't until I saw a picture of myself at that weight that I decided to make a decision. Those close to me and around me every day say that they don't remember me being so heavy until they see my before pictures. And to be honest, when I looked in the mirror back then, I don't remember seeing myself as heavy as I was. The reason may be because I accepted it just like those around me did. So today, when I look in the mirror, my mind doesn't trust my eyes. In my mind, I'm thinking because you didn't know what you look like, then how can you know what you look like now? I know that this is not a weight loss issue. This is a psychological issue. So I'm coming to you for advice. Though it's not addressed mostly as a weight loss issue, you know, I tell you all the time, weight loss is like 15% physical. The rest is all psychological, because the mind can control what the body is actually able to do. I've always had body image issues, and I've shared that with you all several times. Even now, as small as I am now, I still see myself. I still pick out little things about myself, or things that I feel are big or wrong or disgusting. And though I love myself, don't get it twisted, but sometimes you never really grow out of body image issues. Everybody has body image issues. So a lot of times when you've lost a lot of weight, it takes a long time for the mind to catch up with the body. If your body spent a long time or many years being one size, you're going to believe and see that that is the size that you are, because that's what your mind has gotten used to seeing. When it comes to getting bigger and not realizing how big you are, I think a lot of us suffer from that too. The way that I suggest that you try to move on from this issue is try to enjoy where you are. Now, you're at 170, you're looking good, you're feeling good. Well, because you did miss that time where you thought you were larger but really didn't know how much, remind yourself by looking at those old pictures. It's okay. Share those old pictures. Do comparison pictures, such as putting a picture of you now compared to then, because that puts the mind back at ease as to what you've accomplished. Not only that, it makes you more excited about keeping the weight off, because if you see where you've come from as opposed to where you are, you will remember that, and you'll remember the hard times of working on that, and it'll brighten your mind as to what you went through to get to where you are. It's a matter of not taking it for granted and celebrating what it is that you've done. So many times we're taught that you should be quiet about the things that you do, and you shouldn't share all the joy that you get from things that you've accomplished, but I really don't believe in that. I don't believe in hiding what you've done so other people feel better, because that's what it becomes. So what I would say is, just make sure that you're celebrating where you are in comparison to where you've been. What you do realize is there's a difference between those two people, mentally and physically. Looking at those pictures continue to remind you, even if you don't remember what it felt like, you can see what it looks like, and it can keep you excited about what's to come and how much more you desire to either stay where you are or continue to move forward in your goals. Sometimes we don't appreciate the steps that we go through to get there. My body went from a size 18-20 to a size 2 in about the course of a year. That's pretty fast, and you're pretty much changing who you are, and you're becoming under half the person that you were. So I can see how it's hard to be appreciative of those times and not really remember what it felt like and what it looked like. So I hope that helps. It's time for another episode of Beautiful Brown Baby Doll News. I haven't even seen it yet, but I am in the June issue of Essence, page 111. This was sent to me by someone who saw it. If you get to see it, tweet, Instagram, Facebook me, let me know. Thanks so much for the support, guys. I gave my first ever TED Talk at the Illinois Institute of Technology. If you get a chance, check out the link below, and I'm at marker 52228. It will also be posted to the original TED website very soon. And also, I was inducted into Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society at Truman State University, so if I have any fraternity brothers or sisters out there, hello! Now back to your regular scheduled programming. My name is Lynette, and I'm 21 years old, and I do living care for senior citizens. I'm overweight by 50 pounds. I keep trying different diets, but I still live at home, and everyone else is skinny, so the kitchen is full of unhealthy snacks. I now have a gym membership, and after an hour of a workout, I go home and eat chips and cookies. Any tips? Let me say this. A lot of times, that's the hard part about weight loss, is being around other people. In life, you're not going to avoid other people. So this is the test of times. Make sure that you buy your own thing, buy your own healthy foods, but don't always count it horrible if you slip up. It happens. I still eat the things that I want to eat, or I treat myself. Make small goals. Say, okay, well, for 4 or 5 days, I'm going to eat straight laced. I'm going to eat like this. I'm going to eat the foods that I prepare. And on the weekend, maybe I'll allow myself a few chips and cookies here and there. Now, that's realistic, and that's how you keep weight off. And that's how you lose weight adequately. It's those of us that try to diet so harshly and don't really pay attention to any of the cravings that we have that we fail at dieting, because the minute we mess up, we think of it as a starting over point, or we think of it as a major failure, which causes you not to be as excited about your weight loss as you once were. So living in the house with people is normal. That's normality. You're always going to be faced with people that aren't going to choose the healthy lifestyle that you choose to have. This is great because it helps you learn how to figure out the triggers that cause you to go back on your healthy lifestyle, and it also helps you figure out how to get around those types of obstacles and face them head on, and then make a plan in order to overcome them. So you're not doomed. Living in the house with people who aren't healthy will not doom you. I have lived in the house with people who aren't as healthy as I am, or choose to indulge in the healthy lifestyle that I was in. But it takes time, it takes patience, it takes planning, and it also takes you kind of separating yourself even in that environment and saying, this is what I'm going to eat, this is not what I'm going to eat. If you have to schedule dinner or schedule your snacks around them, or when they're not around eating, then so be it. So eat something wonderful away from the house, come home, be full, and not really want the foods that are there. So I hope that helps. Someone said, good morning. I just want to know what shoes you recommend for beginning runners and power walkers for daily use. Well, that's a good question. I'm going to do a video soon about workout gear that I suggest for beginners, for heavy people, for light people, whatever the case may be. I really love Asics. Now, before saying what I really love, Asics are good for me. I think it's best that any person goes and gets fitted for tennis shoes. Make sure that you go to a place that does it. There are different places out there that will fit you for running tennis shoes. Ensure that your shoes will work for you. They actually look at your gait, look at your walking abilities, how you walk, if you walk inward, if you pronate on your feet, if you walk on your toes, if you bear down heavily on your heels. You want to make sure that you get shoes that work well for you. Now, I said that Asics work well. A lot of runners enjoy Asics just because of the way that the shoes are designed, and there's a lot of different designs from Asics. But it's good to go and get fitted and figure out what works best for you. And a lot of times, or 9 times out of 10, this is just as cheap as going to a shoe store and picking up just a pair of shoes that you think works for you. A lot of times the shoe store will not charge you for fitting you for a shoe. How long after you wake up should you eat breakfast? I like to work out before breakfast, but wondering if getting up after 9 and eating by 11 is hindering my weight loss. Thank you. Now, that again has to do with personal choice. I have experimented with everything from eating early in the day, eating before a workout, eating after a workout, eating breakfast at a certain time. I've done all of it. Now, what works for me is for me to roll straight out of the bed, maybe eat a piece of peanut butter and toast, and then get my workout in, just to sustain my hard workouts. However, I don't think there's any one formula that works for the time of day that you should eat. Now, during the day, I try to get in most of my calories, if that makes sense. So during the morning, I like to eat a lot of calories. During midday, I like to stream it down just a little bit, and at night, I try to take it down even further, closer to snacking or just a small meal. I find that I do better by working out in the morning and then streamlining my calories throughout the day. So I start off big and work my way down to smaller portions throughout the day, and snacking as well. So I don't know that it will particularly hinder your weight loss the way that you're doing it, but what you may need to do is play around with the time of days that you choose to eat and see how that helps or hinders you. Do you notice a difference in your workouts if you eat first? Do you notice that you push harder? Do you notice that you do better? All of it is going to play on is what your body likes and what it dislikes. And it might not like what my body likes, but try to experiment. It's okay to do. Guys, I hope that the Q&A has been helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Coming again later this month with more Beautiful Brown Baby Doll. Peace.